Good morning, everybody. I hope you're all well today. Hello, nice to see that you can hear me. You're waving, that's wonderful. So my name's Nicole Lee. Welcome to all of my returning students and welcome to the new faces. We're going to do a Qigong practice this morning. It's going to go for around 45 minutes. And those of you that are new and maybe just thought this sounds interesting, I'm going to give it a go. It's a very slow and gentle movement therapy practice, and the core underpinning of it being presence and being in the moment. So that's what you'll be practicing with me. You'll just follow what feels good. That's one of my core kind of philosophies for Qigong, following what feels good to you. If for some reason you feel like you need to take a little time out, a little rest, then you'll just follow that and do that. It's wonderful to see everyone's got their video, or lots of people have got their video turned on. If your internet bandwidth supports that, it's really special for me to be able to see all of these faces. I mean, when I get back there on the mat, I can't really see your faces so well, but it's nice to have that sense of all being together in this, even though we're in different places geographically. So if you can have your video on, I appreciate it greatly. And what else do I want to say? I want to say thank you to those of you that have made a donation. This is a free session. I really appreciate the financial support. So thank you if you've been able to do that. And at the end of the session, basically, I sign off without kind of talking to you guys again. So I just wanted to let you know at the end, I'm going to basically sign off and give you the opportunity to move into your own little meditative practice. So it's good for me to get it all out now in terms of what I want to say to you and communicate. So the other thing I want to mention is that if you resonate with this practice and you want to start doing it regularly, maybe becoming a member. It's very affordable. It's $36 a month to be a member, and you can come to the 4 or 5 classes a week. So get in touch with me if you want to, find out more about that. But set yourself up now. Maybe some of you have already put some music in your background. I've got music in my background, but you probably can't hear it so well. Hopefully my voice is what you can hear more clearly so that you can receive the guidance of what to do. But set yourself up and come into your sacred space. I'm going to move back into my sacred space and we'll get started. Hope you're all well. Hope you have a beautiful weekend. Let's do this together. So we begin. Saturday morning Qigong. Let's bring our feet together and let's stand in what we call bamboo in the wind, okay? So your feet are close-ish, they don't have to be jammed tightly together, but close-ish together, and you're going to soften your knee joints and you're going to let your hips become a little bit heavy. You're going to move your weight towards the balls of your feet, okay? And you're going to center yourself here. So you're going to center your gravity, your point of gravity towards the balls of your feet. You're going to feel your feet touching and connecting you down into your little space of earth that you're standing on. You're going to lift up the crown of your head so your neck and your spine become nice and long. You're connecting yourself to both heaven and earth, or sky and earth, whatever way you want to think of it. And then your fingers and your arms. This is important, and there's various reasons we won't go into today, but we want our arms to be a little bit away from our body, just a little bit of space there, like you're holding these little mini eggs in your underarms. And your fingers, no curled fingers, okay? So straight but soft fingers. The basic reason for this is to help the flow of qi through your body, okay? Let your eyes close. I'm going to let mine close. And just take a few deliberate breaths. See if you can draw the breath down using your diaphragm towards your abdomen. Breathe out through your mouth. Let go of your tension, or begin to let go of your tension and your stress. It's pretty fair to suspect that we all have a low level stress at the moment with what's going on in the world. So we want to be able to release our stress is the main kind of health and well-being aspect of Qigong. Take one more breath. We're going to step ourselves into what we call our foundational stance, our Qigong stance. Take your legs out now so that they're hip distance apart, straight and parallel if you can comfortably with your feet like you're standing on train tracks. Bend your knees a little bit more, sink your body and your center of gravity like it's sinking down towards the earth. And then take your arms, turn your palms up, and draw a soft circle out to the sides and up over your head. Bend your elbows, direct your palms down, and guide your arms down in front of you and back by your sides. Do that 2 more times, no rushing, nice and slow. Take a few more cleansing breaths. You're coming into this time that you've put aside solely for yourself this morning. You deserve this time for yourself. Smile towards yourself as you open the gates and open your Qigong practice. Once your arms come down for the 3rd time, take 1 more cleansing breath. Let's swing our arms now. Lift the arms, swing them back. Up and back, bend and straighten the knees like you're kind of creating a pulsing through your lower body. It's kind of like a double bend. We bend once as the arms swing back, and we bend the knees again as they swing back up, and just find your own rhythm, right? Let's take a few more cleansing breaths here out your mouth. Think of this as just letting go of your burdens. Releasing and letting go is the metal element in 5-element theory. Metal is about letting go and creating space for a new energy. Take a few more breaths. Keep going. This practice we're doing right now, there's lots of variations of this in Qigong, but basically it's a form on its own. And some of the masters recommend that you just do this in the morning, the first thing when you get out of bed. Just swing your arms. They say do it 100 times. Might be a bit tricky to count, so I'd say do it for maybe 3 minutes when you get out of bed. Helps get your energy moving through your body, right? After being static for, I don't know, hopefully 8 hours or 7 hours. Take a couple more breaths and then just start to slow down. Bring your arms back by your sides. Take your fingertips now and you're going to tap on your chest, right on the center of your chest where your thymus gland is. You're going to give it a little stimulation. You could use a loose fist if that's your preference. Tap up and down, right down to your breastbone and then right up towards the collarbones. Make a little vertical line there. There's quite a few acupressure points, acupoints right here on the chest. And then you're going to take one arm out to the side, doesn't matter which one. You're going to tap on your collarbone or below your collarbone rather, on that same side. And then we're going down the arm, right? Tapping, 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 right to the fingertips. Turn the hand over and tap, tap, tap from the hand all the way up to the shoulder. Let the arm release down, tap on your trapezius area. It's probably a little tender or tight maybe. Give it a good tap. And then the arm that's tapping is going to be the one that comes out. We swap sides. We come back to underneath the collarbone first. And then down the inside, which is the pathway that the chi flows, and up the outside. When you get to the shoulder, gently bring the arm down and give the shoulder a good, gentle, but good tap. Take another breath. Take both hands to the base of your head now, the back of your neck, the top of your shoulders, all around this area. Tap everywhere. There's lots of acupressure points in the scalp and in the head, so we're going to make our way to the scalp and the head. Use your fingertips to tap everywhere. Super thorough, okay? Right on the top of your head, we call this the 100 meeting points. And then down towards your hairline, towards your face. Onto your face, if you're wearing glasses, just be gentle, don't break your glasses. All everywhere around your face. If you want to give your ears a little rub, I just tend to do one because I've got the microphone on. It's a bit hard to do the other one. But tap everywhere, rub your ears, pop your chin up in the air and look up. Tap your jaw. Lots of tension here for many people. Give it a little tap. onto the neck, down the neck, down the midline of your body to your abdomen. Give your abdomen a gentle circular tap, round and around. Go back in the opposite direction. Get the sides of your body and up near your ribs as well. And then work your way around and use the back of your knuckles to tap your lower back, everywhere around there, onto the sacral area too. Lots of people this year and just in general can have issues with their lower back. It's all about feeling supported in life. So not surprisingly that this year we might have a bit extra lower back discomfort. Let's take our tapping down our legs. So sides of the legs, outside of the legs and down. If for whatever reason when we come down you don't want to go all the way down, you don't have to. Right? Come back to the leg gates, the hips, and give them a little tap. And I want you to just check in. So come back to stillness, soften and sink everything and close your eyes. Just feel your aliveness. I know that you can all feel it, especially after doing that little chi massage. Take a couple more cleansing breaths. Let's bring our palms together at our heart, touch them softly. We're going to do the twist and flow. So we're going to take one arm and push it across to the opposite side. The other arm comes slightly behind, then we come back to center and we start to form a rhythm for ourselves where we're going from side to side. You'll notice that when I come to center, I'm sinking. And then I'm kind of more active and more extending and more yang in the twist part of the motion. I like to inhale center and exhale twist. That feels good to me. But just discovering what feels good to you. Go from side to side, nice and slow. No rushing. So the other aspects or the other philosophies of my practice of Qigong and what I share in terms of Qigong is, as I said, following what feels good, but also aiming slower, all right? Slowing right down can be a little confronting sometimes. And being present, practicing presence. Let's do one more to each side. Being in the moment rather than in the future or the past. Come back to center, touch your palms together, and then push the sky and push the earth. Above your head, palm up, by your side, palm down. Back to center, soften and sink down, and swap over. Now find a rhythm again, your rhythm. So you don't have to move exactly with me. You might be going, oh gosh, she's so slow. I can't hack it. I can't do it. Just find your own pace, but see if you can aim slower. Let that be your guide, one of your guiding principles. We're going to just do a couple more. When you press up and press down, lift the crown of your head up and push your feet down as well. Bring awareness to the crown of your head and the soles of your feet. Two more, one each side. Come back to the heart space. You're going to take your arms here and open them out to the sides. You're going to engage your wrists and really press your arms out and extend all your fingers. And then you're going to let everything soften, bend your elbows and pull your hands close into your shoulders, sink down, and then press out and expand everything. Find a little rhythm. I like to inhale when I do the sinking and the softening, and then exhale as I expand my whole field in every direction. You're pushing the feet down, you're lifting the crown of your head. Do one more here. Now take your arms and draw them in and cross them over in front of your chest with your palms facing in. You're going to come down and uncross out to the sides and up. Look up, press the feet down and lift up as high as you can. Look up. Then use your elbows to pull your arms down and turn your palms in. Bring your arms all the way down and then turn your fingers and point them down and look down. And then imagine you're pulling the earth right up to the sky. Look up, stretch, out to the sides and down, back to the crossover. Okay, and then start again. Reach, stretch, look up. Elbows, pull the arms down, palms in. Look down, point down, pull the earth to the sky. It's called pulling down the sky and pulling up the earth. It's connected directly into this beautiful season of spring that we're moving into. All about upward momentum and growth, new energy. And do a couple more. See if you can identify and feel, experience the yin and the yang here. So this is yang, where you're really stretching and expanding, and then you're softening as you come down, you become more yin. You look down, come up. You're yang again as you're overhead. Just going to do one more. Take it nice and slow. Reach. Pull the sky down to the earth. Look down. Pull the earth to the sky. Look up. Out to the sides and down. From here, let's step the feet together, close-ish, just like in the beginning, and take the hands and put them in the sacral area, the backs of the hands in towards your body. Let your shoulders soften, let your knees soften. This one's super easy. All you're going to do is turn your head, but I want you to imagine that you're gazing at a beautiful horizon. Landscape horizon, right? So you're going to turn your head, but not your shoulders. And you're going to turn your head as far around as you can and look out the corner of your eye. And then you're going to trace the horizon all the way back out in front and all the way to the other side. And you're just going to do it one more time to each side. See if you can avoid rushing, okay? Notice how your neck feels. We get lots of tension in the shoulder area. We want to release that. Take your hands now out in front of you and make a little arrow. So index and thumb pointing up. Shoot your arrow up over your head and look up, really stretch. First thing now is to bring the chin down to neutral. Bring your hands to the top of your head and sit down into an imaginary chair. Then shoot the arrow up, look up. Chin down, hands to the top of the head, sit down. Again, find your rhythm. Do a couple more, no rushing. You can come down as little or as much as you like in terms of this sitting down, this squatting down. Looking straight ahead. One more time. Take your hands up now and look up. Interlace all of your fingers. Turn your palms up and then let your head come to look forward. And you're going to turn now and look down the side of your body to your heels behind you on one side. And then you're going to go back to looking directly overhead at the back of your hands. And you're going to turn and you're going to look down in the same way on the other side. Side to side. Look at the back of the hands as you change and then look down. Do one more to the other side. And come back to gaze forward. Release your interlace. Release your arms out to the sides and down. Eyes open for this next one. Look at the floor a couple of meters in front of you. Lift up your heels and come onto the balls of your feet. And slowly just lift and lower your heels. Maybe it's just a centimeter up, or maybe it's as high as you can go, but slow and steady. Okay, do a couple more. We're stimulating the bubbling spring when we do this, the connective point to the earth. It's the kidney 1 point. It's the first point on your kidney meridian. Just do one more. Take a long breath in. And then from here, let's take ourselves to horse form, horse stance. It's what it sounds like. It's like you're riding a horse. Align your feet. If you can have them straight and parallel, do that. Otherwise, you can splay out a little bit if you need to. Not too wide, okay? Bring your hands back to your heart center. Open with the palms up, past your sides behind. Then flip your palms down, sink, and bring the thumbs in close. Turn the palms up, open the chest. Turn the palms down, sink, and come back in. Find your rhythm. Nice long breaths. This form's all related to your lungs, right? Back to the metal element again. As we move through our practice this morning, our focus areas, we work with all the meridians, we work with all the elements, but our focus for this morning is letting go, metal, earth element, grounding, centering energy, and wood element, growth and transformation. One more time, open the arms. Come back in. You're going to cross them over like you did earlier. Palms in, arms close in. You're going to take, if you can, a deep squat. If not, wherever it feels good to you. Look forward, uncross and lift up, look up, cross over again, down, look forward, lift up, over the head, cross over. And again, we've got 2 more to go. Keep looking straight ahead when you come down. Last one. Come up, come above your head. Take the back of your fingers to touch together. Bring them down to your lungs, your chest. Now for 5 repetitions, we focus solely on the chest. We open and look up, feel the chest, soften and sink just a little bit. Touch the back of the fingers up, open the chest, sink, soften. Do 3 more. Last one. As the arms come down, the gaze comes to neutral. We come and we place one hand lightly on top of the other. Close to the body, we bring the arms up and overhead to look up. Flip the palms away. Bend your knees generously and then reach your arms forward and down through the space between your thighs and back up again. Look up. Bend the knees, big bend, through the space between the knees and back up. Full body flow. We're doing kind of half now, actually. All right, we're just coming down a little bit. Just do a few like this. No striving. We don't need to take everything to its full expression. If you want to come down lower, feel free. You can come down and touch your fingers down to the floor if you want to, but you'll just do what feels good to you based on your own personal circumstances. It's one of the things I love about Qigong. I was just talking to someone about it earlier this morning. It's so adaptable and accessible. We can just modify it for whatever we've got going on, whatever feels right to us. Come up over your head. Take just a big stretch. So separate the hands and stretch and look up, and then bring your hands to the top of your head and look forward. Feel down over the back of your head and your neck and your shoulders, your sides. Come and rub your kidneys. If you have low blood pressure, if you're pregnant, you're not going to fold forward and down like we're about to do. You're going to just do this, right? So if for whatever reason you don't want to fold forward, your position is like I'm demonstrating now. Otherwise, you're going to rub over your buttocks and down your legs, rub up and down them, and then touch your toes and your feet if you can, and then just dangle. You could hold your elbows if you want, but just dangle and let go. And if you're just in that alternative, just let go of your head. Let your head become heavy. Take a couple of breaths. Breathe out your mouth a couple times. Letting go. One more time. And then if you're all the way down, you're going to bend your knees nice and generously and slowly unwind. If you're in the alternative position, you're coming up to upright as well. As you're standing upright, you'll take yourself from horse stance back to our basic stance. Right? Align your feet. Really have a look and see how you're standing, right? Align. The standing is really important. I do a whole course over 4 weeks just about the standing. And there'll be one in October if that's something you're interested in. Close your eyes. Just feel. What can you notice? Can you feel in this moment right now how alive you are? You're not just being alive, you're feeling alive. Sense into that. Remember to softly straighten your fingers, move your arms a little bit away from your sides. It's going to help the chi to flow more freely. Smile at yourself. Feeling. Huge part of Qigong practice is the sensitivity aspect. Qi sensitivity training, presence training, presence skill. Let's lift and lower our arms now. Okay, exactly what it sounds like. Lift the arms out in front of you, but no higher than your shoulders, and back down. If you're really new to Qigong, maybe it's your first experience this morning, we're about to slow down a little bit, so that can be a bit challenging for some people. I want you to focus on your breath here, even if you're not new to Qigong, right? Inhale your arms up and exhale your arms down, like the breath is doing the lifting and lowering. All the fingers are softly straight. The wrists are guiding your arms up and down. Do just a few more. This is one of our really simple and foundational flowing movements in Qigong, but it's not necessarily easy. Simple, yes. Easy, not necessarily. See if you can stay present with what you're doing. Do a couple more. After this next one, we're going to come into a form called the fountain. We're going to take the back of our hands close but not touching. We're going to pull them up to our chest and use our elbows to fan our arms out to the sides and down. Back of the hands close but not touching up, fanning out and down. As we get going, You might just be moving your arms at this point. I'm going to turn onto the side so you can see the shape I'm making with my body. Start to see how I'm moving my whole body. So not just my arms. I'm undulating through the spine. So in the upward motion, I'm leaning back a little bit, and then I'm leaning forward and bending my knees, and I'm creating this undulation, this kind of rolling sense through my body. Might be a bit tricky if you've never done it before. Just give it a go. Find a rhythm. Again, maybe you inhale up, exhale as your water sprays out of your fountain, right? The arms coming out and down is the water spraying out of your fountain. Close down your eyes and just see if you can really feel into this and embody the qualities of water. Soft but strong, flowing, adaptable, resilient. When there's a big rock in a stream, the water doesn't intentionally try to move the rock out the way, right? The water adapts around the rock, and over usually a long period of time, the water either moves the rock just through its own path, traveling on its own path, or it might erode the rock away eventually. So we want to just go with the flow. Downstream. Do just a couple more. Your arms will come back down by your sides and you'll begin to fly. Your arms go up, out to the sides, level of the shoulders, and back down like a bird, flying. See if you can again just find the rhythm for yourself. Inhale up, maybe. Exhale down. We don't actually have any particular breath pattern with Qigong. Just a suggestion, right? We breathe naturally. When I do my teacher trainings, we have a whole discussion about this topic. What is breathing naturally is obviously a bit of perspective going on there, right? Each person has their own perspective of what natural breathing might entail. When you get distracted, which is going to happen, maybe it's already happened 100 times, you're just choosing to come back into this moment, this now moment, and be present. We're going to do a bird form now. We're doing one already, but we're going to lift our arms and turn ourselves on an angle. We're going to slide our leg out in front on that side. And then we're going to come onto the front leg and lift the back heel and close the arms into shoulder width. And then we're going to open the arms and come onto the back leg. We'll lift up our front toes as we open the chest. And then we'll start this rocking forward with the back heel lifted and rocking back, lifting the toes. Start again just to find and establish your rhythm. Have a little bend in your elbows. See if you can soften and release your shoulder blades downward, your shoulders resting. We don't want to create too much fatigue, tension in our shoulders. Do a couple more. One more forward. One more back. Let your arms fly down. Turn to face forward and withdraw that foot. Place it back where it was. Lift your arms again. Turn to the other side. Slide the other leg out. Exactly the same form on the other side. Lift the back heel forward. When you come back, lift the front toes. Soften the shoulders. Just a few more times. Smile at yourself. Last time forward, lift the back heel. Last time, open the arms, lift the front toes. Slowly float the arms down, no rushing. Turn to face forward, withdraw your foot. Just pause. If you've got lots of tension that's arisen through your shoulders, just drop it. Allow it to fall off the fingertips. Feel yourself here. Feel your aliveness in this moment. The waterfall is the next form we're going to practice. We're going to make a scooping motion out in front and lift up. Above the head, we'll turn our fingertips to face down, and it's like a waterfall is pouring down the front of our body. Once we're down near our dantian, we'll scoop and come up again. If it feels okay to you, when you come up above your head, perhaps you'll just very subtly lean back a little. But again, just expressing it in a way that feels good to you. A scooping motion and a downward motion. Keep going. Keep choosing to be present. Qigong is moving meditation. Qigong is moving mindfulness practice. Qigong is many things. We're going to do one more here. We have just a couple forms to go for this morning. This one's a little longer, but you've done most of it already. You'll lift and lower your arms. When they come down, I want you to lean forward. It's like you're spreading the chi out. Then I want you, just like the fountain, to come up. But when you get to your heart, you're going to turn your fingers forward, and it's like you're parting clouds from your sun, your heart. Your arms are going to come out to the sides and down, and then you're going to make the waterfall scooping motion, and you'll come up. You'll turn the fingers just like the waterfall, like earlier, and down in front of you. Let's do that again. Up, shoulder level, down and to the sides, lean forward. Like the fountain, up to the heart where you clear the clouds from your sun. out to the sides and down, and then scoop up over the head and waterfall down. We'll do a couple more. Lift, lower to the sides, lean forward, up to the sun. The heart is the sun of your body. Move the clouds away, down to the sides, and then scoop up over the head and down. We're going to add one extra part onto this. Lift and lower, out to the sides, lean forward, up to the heart to part the clouds from your sun, around and down, into the waterfall. After the waterfall, you're going to place your hands like they're touching the earth. You're going to come around to the side and you're going to draw a rainbow up and over to the other side and back out in front of you. Then you're going to start again. Lift and lower, down, lean forward, up to the heart to part the clouds, around and down to scoop into the waterfall, down the midline of your body, place your hands to the earth, go to the opposite side now, other side, around to the side, draw a rainbow over your head to the other side and back out in front. Let's keep going. Inhale, exhale. Make your way to your sun. Part the clouds, clear the clouds. Nice and slow. Scoop. Pour the water down the midline of your body. Place your hands onto the earth, back to the original side. Draw the rainbow. Over to the other side, touch the earth, come back. We're doing one more. Lift and lower. To the sides, lean forward, up to the heart. Part the clouds. Out to the side, softly down. Waterfall. Touch down to the earth plane. Back to the second side you are moving to. And draw the rainbow. Back out in front. Hold your hands here like you've got them placed onto the earth and close your eyes. Straighten your fingers so they're just softly straight. Take a couple of breaths. Imagine as you stand here, ribbons, golden ribbons dropping out of your fingertips and coming down to touch the earth. Smile at yourself. You're going to draw your feet back together, bamboo in the wind, and your arms can come by your sides. We have one final form to practice. We're going to do the centering flow. The back of your fingers will come and touch in front of your sun. One hand is going above your head and the other hand below your belly. The hand above your head is palm up. The hand below your belly is palm down. Together they move, synchronized in opposing, and they swap places. Palm up, palm down. Turn and spiral your fingers, soften your knees and come back to your sun, touch the fingers. Go back the way you came, trace the path that you just came on. And around, nice and soft and slow. Slow it right down for this last form. Spiral the hands and fingers, back of the fingers at the sun. Back the way you came. Imagine as you're doing this final form for this morning that you're stirring your chi, right? All of your life force is flowing more freely. It's like golden light that's permeating through every cell, every organ, every bone, tendon, and joint of your body, every muscle, every inch of your skin. And as you do this last form, you're circulating it, making sure it reaches everywhere. Stirring the chi. Savoring these last few moments that you've put aside for yourself. We're doing one more. We come back to the sun, spiral back, touch the back of the fingers, feel them touching. Close your eyes, take a full breath. Bring your arms by your sides, soften your knees, press the soles of your feet and lift the crown of your head. We're going to send the silk scarf through the body to close our gates for this morning. We did at the beginning, we're drawing a circle with the palms up, gently above the head. The elbows bend, the palms turn down, and we bring the arms down with the palms down in front of the body. Back by your sides, point down. 2 more times. Closing your field, right? I want you to decide right now how the rest of your Saturday is going to be. Okay? What qualities are you going to fill your Saturday with? Let's see what comes to mind. If you're not sure, my suggestion is to move through the rest of your day with ease and grace, downstream. After you've done 3, you've pointed your fingers deliberately at the earth. Imagine those yellow ribbons again. Take your hands and place them over your center. So below your navel, one hand on top of the other. Soften the knees. At a minimum, stand here for 3 complete breaths, minimum. If you've got time, go into a little meditation, even if you've never meditated before, all you need to do is sit down, right? Sit down and close your eyes and be with yourself for a few minutes. And, if you're more practiced, maybe you'll stay sitting down for longer, or you could even lay down and just have a nice little rest. Thank you so much for being here. It's such a pleasure to share this with everyone. And until next time, I hope to share more with you again in the future. Have a wonderful Saturday. Thank you.